Hey, 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 y'all, hey. Can you hear me? I got my microphone right here. Oh, I'm over here trying to create a post to get my people all engaged and stuff, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I think it's doing something more than I needed to do. But how y'all doing? You see, our set has changed. We really I don't got time for that for y'all right now. Well, some things remain the same no matter where I relocate to, right? So I had to come in here because the boys' room, my office slash studio slash all of those things are no mas. There's still a mas. There's just no mas right now because they in there. And I couldn't do it. Last week I was hot. I'm still under the weather right now. I'm not feeling well. So I'm sorry. It's just me in here, so I cough all over everything. Um, but it's just it's it's just giving um it's too much. Well, okay, I'm gonna have to really I'm just gonna have to tag everybody's name. I thought I was gonna be able to do this a little better for my loved ones who promote me because I only got 3 people. That's so sad. Huh? And 4. It's okay. Um, so yeah, it was hot in there. I can take it. I was feeling under the weather. I'm still feeling under the weather. But what we gonna do this week is um, drink and have a good time. Got my little Costco um, candle over there burning. I got. That may make a good drink. If he loses his job at whatever he got going on, he can make a lemon drop, okay, or a lemon martini. So that's that. I apologize ahead of time that the show already ain't got too much of nothing going on. It's a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. We a hot mess. Uh, it's May 27th. Welcome, May 27th, 2025. Error. YouTube is not. Oh shoot. We got something disparaging going on here. Mm. Not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth connection. Hey, hey Vic. Hey girl. It's telling me streams broadcast rate. It's telling me that my oh shoot. Here we go. My current stream is too high. Okay. See? You say you can see and hear me. Open widget. Stream help. Excellent connection. So see, why is it telling me it has an excellent? Oh, okay. Okay, it was showing me my live. Oh, that's interesting. Um, to see it play live because there's a delay. So that was real. Man, I learned something new every week. Hey, Vic. Okay, let me get over here to the chat. Okay. So yeah, that was crazy because it wasn't working. Okay, so yeah, so I'm over here trying to promote every week. We know how I do this. I'm delayed because I got to do all the jobs. So I try to promote while we're going live to get people to come over here to the live show. So that's what I'm always in the midst of doing when we start the show, unfortunately, because I ain't got nobody on the other side like, oh, let me get all the social medias and everything and divert traffic. Because I'm the person who has to do that. But unfortunately, I'm also the on-air talent. I told you that Jamaica be working, okay? She got 3 jobs, and I think I love her. Okay, so that's what she's doing. Sending it to the people and welcoming you guys. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Because we're going to be talking about some liquor stories as I drink my martini, my lemon drop, and it's really good. So I'm going to be drinking a lot of this. And I said all we can do is, at least if I get drunk, I'll be talking because I ain't got much of a show for us this week. We'll be talking about some liquor stories because that's what we're talking about, the liquor stories. So this was Memorial Day weekend, and it was a lot going on over this weekend. I don't know what to put in this time capsule other than this Taco Tuesday. I think nothing's going on to actual day, but this weekend was lit, right? Kendrick Lamar was in Los Angeles, and he was turning up. He brought out, of course, he and SZA were together, but she brought out Justin Bieber. And so I had so many people who were like, oh my gosh, they just felt so bad. You need to say the name of the vodka you use. Well, see, my sister, she be on it, okay? This is Kirkland vodka, child. Kirkland vodka. Because me and Costco got a love relationship. A love-hate. I hate to spend my money there, but they love to see me coming. But I like all of their stuff, too. So, I guess that's where that is. But yes, this is Kirkland vodka. I'm most certain that that's what it is. And it is so yummy, too. Like, wow, that is yummy. And I got my flour dip. Mm-hmm. So yeah, y'all, it was just a lot going on this weekend. I happen to not have been here, but yeah, they said Bieber came out, and the baby looked sad. He looked sick. He looked lost. And we just gonna be praying for that little baby, okay? Because that's all we can do right now. It's in God's hands. He don't need no donations or nothing from us. He got that part covered. He just need God's hand on him and help heal him spiritually, because little baby is little baby touched, okay? So, or he'd have been touched. Something happened to little baby, and we want him to be okay, because I love me some Justin Bieber. That little baby got talent. So yeah, that was Kendrick Lamar. Y'all was turned up out here. I saw all the concert. Mustard. Yeah, that was like, it went up. It looked like it was going up. Like LA had a good time, and I love to see it. I didn't hear about no violence and no simpleton stuff. It sounded like it was just a good family, fun festivity where everybody was living their best life. Everybody was dressed up, looking at LA's best, and just looking good. So that was fancy. You know, I like to see a nice little classy something come out of people, because, you know, we can only be ratchet a little bit sometimes, not all the days. Like, sometimes we gotta, like, class it up a bit. I saw old Stanky sneaker ball on my thing. Y'all know I can't stand them things. That is just don't do that. You do not wear an evening gown with no sneakers. Maybe a tux. Okay, that is not as bad with a very nice pair of shoes, a suit, perhaps, but baby, not no gown. We're not doing that. We don't do that. That's no. That's low. That's low vibrational. Your vibranium. You don't get to Wakanda doing that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that was Kim Smart. Oh, ooh, the AMAs. Now, I didn't heard because I didn't know nothing about the AMAs. I was in Vegas. We'll get to that. But they said, child, didn't nobody come to the party. They didn't know. Maybe invitations was lost in the mail. Nobody showed up at Janet. Not another Jackson. Nobody was home in Soulsville. No one was there. They said she only came because she was down the street in a residency. Because she was in Vegas where I was. So I'm guessing that's where the AMAs was. And if that's the case, hey, listening from the car. Hey, if that's it, so award shows is dead. Is that what we said? Where the American awards, they ain't got nobody willing to come. They said the top 10 people. See. No, I don't think they happened the last 2 years. That's what they said, was that they didn't have them over the last few years. And clearly didn't nobody get the memo on this year either. They said nobody was there. Janet donated. She donated a little diddly bop to them. She said, y'all hurting. Now, this is where me and my brothers used to rake them in. And y'all hurting. Let me go on down the street and shake a tail feather real quick to try to get y'all up and kick started. She came and tried to give a jump, a little boost. It didn't work. Well, no, they said the top 10 awards. They carried a show for 2 hours and only gave out 6 awards live. They struggling like my podcast. I only got 2 things to talk about, but we gonna be on here for an hour. What? But they got producers and writers and choreographers. Beyonce did not deserve country album. She got that? I know she didn't get that. Not for this. Didn't she get that for something else? I mean, when they gonna stop paying for that girl to get them awards? Y'all heard me. I said it. Ain't no beehives over here. Go on now. Go on. Take the little my, bill, girls. No. Yes. Take her and her songs somewhere else. I'm not a fan. She alright, but I'm just not a fan. So, I ain't on the train with the rest of everybody in the Beyonce train. I'm sorry, that girl ain't... Okay. We gonna let that go. But yeah, so all I'm saying is what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is, that's messed up that didn't nobody go to them people award show. And I think when you're like this and you're not like this, you start to see who brings viewership, who puts butts in seats, and stuff like that. If we start recognizing our own power, we'll stop trying to be accepted in these darn centers of white excellence. And centers of white excellence. Centers of pale mediocrity is what I call it. But centers of white excellence where you're seeking the awards from they centers of white excellence. And start creating your own award shows where we know the best of the best. The best, the brightest, the most talented, all the things is going to be there. So that's where the stiff competition going to be at. Could you imagine an NBA where it was just nothing but black people? What white person can really get in there and act like they can compete? Come on now. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Because How they gonna compete? You tell me what level of who they sending, who they challenging, what white boy they got that's gonna come if it's an all black league with nothing but the talent that we have. Ain't nobody of another complexion gonna be able to come unless you Ukrainian, Russian, and you one of them big old Slovakian. They the only ones that's contending. All of these other little peons, they don't go and sit down somewhere now. Okay, so because I said we over here. Kids Corner. These kids is on my last damn nerve. All of them. No, it's not Sterling. Sterling's okay, but them other two. Went to Las Vegas for my niece's graduation. Go Brit. Graduated with honors. Look beautiful. Their robes are like everything. Like everything. Our robes here, LA, well, I guess LAUSD. What do this girl want? Do she not know I'm in the middle of my podcast? Hello? Oh gosh. Nighty night. Their robes were so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, our robes at LAUSD and even like the parochial schools, private schools out here, them robes ain't fancy like that. Now, I'm gonna tell you something though. That graduation, it was so. It was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. It started at 8:59. Okay, Vegas style. Vegas style, exactly like weddings, like Vegas weddings. When you have that time slot and then somebody else is lined up after, so you can be late if you want to, but you will end at this time because somebody is behind you waiting ready to come in because their time is allotted after that, so we got to keep it going. And the run of the whole graduation was just like everybody gave such a good speech, short, quaint. They got through 710 names. They got through them. They was calling them names, baby. Like, calling them. I mean, it still took time. Because it was 710 names. But they got through them. They got through them. And like most people. Don't you wish that you can just, after the graduation, after your person's name is called, you be like, come on, let's go? Because, you know, that's yeah. Yeah. Well, if y'all spend a number of money on the schools, well, yeah, it's coming from gambling money. So that's a lot of money, unlike the California Lotto, where it's supposed to be. Now, all this money going into the Lotto, and we got all these different games. Tell me exactly where this money is going, because it's not going to no LAUSD. Y'all lying. Not only are you lying, the truth ain't in ya. The truth ain't in ya. You's a lie. You's a fat Faison lie. Okay? You ain't got no money that's coming from no Lotto 23, 30, 40, 50 million a week going into LAUSD or California state schools. I refuse to believe it. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. If that was the case, these schools would have they would just be so futuristic. All of them. All of them. Every single last one of them. Because it don't make no sense. So I don't believe it. But I do believe that they put money into the high schools or whatever schools in Las Vegas. I know they're newer, so the campuses look better because they're newer. And Los Angeles is an older city, so to speak. However, you can still see that $1 was spent. During COVID, I used to drive down, this is Normandy. This school didn't even look like it was up and running. Like, I know it wasn't up and running, but it looked like it was an old prison back in the day. that just fell apart that was there, and the inmates got moved out in like 1970 something, and it ain't been nothing since. Okay, I'll be right back, y'all. I'm sorry. I thought when they helped me get set up, which wasn't no real help, they brought my cable, but they didn't. So you gotta wait 1 second. Okay. Yeah. So, uh, them kids, they had some beautiful robes or gowns or whatever you cap and gown, cap and robe, whatever you want to call them. They look real good and all that jazz, and that was nice and stuff. But back to these kids. So yeah, Britt graduated, honors and all this stuff. So she had a fancy robe. Her robe was fancy. Okay, it was a different color than all the other kids who just didn't achieve all the achievements that they could have achieved had they achieved what they should have achieved. So, excuse me. So yeah, that's that. That's why we was in Vegas. Britt was the reason for our season. So Michael and Aja, this kids corner. We go out there. We travel together. Michael, Aja, and myself. From the moment that we had to leave, I already knew I needed more patience than God has allotted me. Right? So I say, hey, our flight was at 6:10. We're going to leave to head to LAX at 4 a.m. We'll be in the car. Alrighty. It's 4 o'clock. It's 4:03. I'm outside. Tell Aja to go get in the car, do, whatever. Make sure she got everything, get in the car. I come back in because Sterling's dropping us off. I come in and ask Chop what's going on. He just starts packing at 4 a.m. when I told him we will be walking out the door. He was up at 3:45 when I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth. He was awake. We passed each other in the hallway. I went in his room because, of course, that's partly my office. So my whole desk and everything's in there. I go get my cables and stuff to put it in my backpack, my carry-on. He just sitting there on his laptop, just doing his own thing. When I walk out and I asked Sterling, where's your brother? What is he doing? He was like, I don't know. I come in the house. This mother is just now packing his clothes. See, the word choices that I have that I want to say is going to get me banned. So I can't use them. I really don't know how to use any of the words because as I'm thinking about it, I'm getting more frustrated, mad, pissed off, and I want to hurt him. So, what I'm going to do is get a new martini going here. Because I want to kill him all over again. I do. I really do. So, we leave. We get to the airport, and lo and behold, it's LAX. I don't know what you thought, but you thought wrong if you thought you was just about to think your way on up to the front. Nope, bag drop got a long line. Okay? So, I'm standing in the... excuse me. I'm standing in a bag drop line. And he's like, why are we in this line? Well, partially because I need to drop my bag at the bag drop because I don't want to walk with a rolling bag, even though it's light and all that. But Southwest is free. Why would I do that when I could just give it to them and walk carefree? He says, see, uh, next time leave them. Hello. That's exactly what's about to happen. Oh, that's what happened on the way coming back. He said, see, I wish I was just traveling alone. As if he's just so, I mean, he started playing volleyball and traveling for volleyball and just think that he just been a world traveler. Brother, you ain't been nowhere. You for dang sure ain't been more places than me and on more everythings than me by myself. Then go sit down. That's why I like traveling by myself. Anyhow, we get up to the front. I asked Aja, does she want me to, instead of her holding her bag, it's free, do you want me to get you a ticket? So I go underneath the little ropes to the kiosk, print her out a ticket, a baggage sticker. So we drop our bags, we go walk to TSA. We in TSA. And we waiting because, of course, when they see that you're a group, they want you to be, you know what I mean? They may not want you to. You can each go to a different one, but typically groups go together, right? So, he needs to travel alone. Because don't nobody want to hear him and Han griping, bitching, complaining about nothing. Never again. Never, ever, 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 ever again. I don't got time for it. We go to TSA. Then I just do all our stuff or whatever. I put all our electronics in one. I have an iPad. She got an iPad. We both have our phones. But I have my work laptop. So I put all our stuff in one bin just so all the electronics go together. And then she and I dump our stuff in the other one. Well, Mr. Smarty Pants, we get to the other side because he's trying to act like he's not with us. So he goes to the other one. So she and I are at this conveyor belt over here. And of course, you got to walk in through the same scanner. But he goes over to the side. So when we come in, our conveyor belt is over there. At the end, we grab all our stuff. I help her put her stuff in her bag. And we ready. This nut, he comes and act like he just so hard. We walking up, we walking past. I'm asking Ash, like, do you want some snacks or whatever the case you want to stop? Mind you, it's 4:30 in the morning, so it's not much that you will want anyway, other than to sit down and close your eyes or whatever. We almost to the gate. They changed our gate, but ours was like the first gate. We get up there, and he's like, oh, wait. This dude left his whole luggage on the conveyor belt. All he grabbed was his book bag. I said, see? Traveling alone, dummy. I said, oh, I wish I was traveling by myself. Maybe I would be leaving. I mean, not that I left anything. He left his stuff. So he lucky his bag was there. Not that nobody's trying to steal nobody's bag, but he had to run all the way back down to TSA. I didn't even ask him because I don't even care. I could care less about where that boy bag was. I was almost kind of low key hoping that it was sent somewhere and then they had to go bomb investigate. I don't know, just something to just tragically make him have to go through something before he makes it on the flight. Just something. Because you're grown. I wasn't about to help or do nothing. No help whatsoever. He is over. He is a 19-year-old man. I just want to sit here and watch it all unfold, Mr. Officers, on why he leaving that bomb bag over there. Just on a TSA little screening thing. Just walked away from it like my sister-in-law house. Why are we going here? Why are we doing all this? I said, well, would you like to just sit in the car all day until it's time to check in? Well, why would you make the flight so early? Why are you here? You ain't paid for nothing. Ain't did nothing. Just him and his sister. That's they lie. I told their daddy they ain't traveling with me no more. I've had enough. Okay? Y'all don't pay for nothing and all y'all do is bitch and complain about everything. Your demeanor is piss poor. You act entitled and you act, yeah. So anyhow, my travel partner is Sterling, where he is so appreciative and grateful for everything. I just gotta feed him. And it's a good thing I don't eat a lot because he eats a lot. And it's hard to keep up. And I can't pay for feeding both of us. So I get some nibbles and then he get all my meal and then his meal too. But Sterling is my traveler. He don't complain. He help. He pick up bags. He open doors. I mean, Michael opened door, but it's begrudgingly for sure. Cause he bust upside his head if I stand at a door and look at him like I know damn well you better open this mother. He will, but he do stuff with attitude, Yeah. So yeah, me and Sterling, and I'm thinking about taking him to Colombia with me, but I gotta hurry up and get him a passport, and that's like a lot of work. Ain't nobody got time for that. So anyhow, yeah, that's some kids because they on my nerves. So, was y'all drinking this weekend or was y'all drinking? Hey, JJ! Is you was drinking or was y'all drinking? Okay, because, just let me say this. They said that people be buying liquor, okay? They be buying liquor. Oh, but wait. Before I even get into, that, Diddy, child. Diddy. This case with this little diddler, so he done had Kid Cudi done testified. His assistant done testify. And, what's the makeup artist done testify. And, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. I love you, babe. You my everything. Ooh, Shirley got me passion fruit guava gummy. You my everything. I love you. You my everything. That man done blew up that man's car. You seen that? He blew up that man's car. Capricorn said, I went over there for him to blew up that man's car. That's what happened. Yeah, it's just all kinds of crazy. Wait, why does this fall apart? Was it two pieces the whole time? What? This elbow looks suspect. So suspect I'm gonna eat it, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that Capricorn girl said, he said, we going over there, we gonna break in his house. Kid Cudi was like, John Wick said, my dog, man. We ain't tired of my dog. You ain't even have to do my dog like that. And Puffy mess with the man dog. He done blew up his car and then messed with his little puppy dog. And see, that's where you would have me. Puppy, I might have been scared and getting my ass beat. You mess with my dogs. Yeah. Now you're going to see a whole other side of me. Crazy. But, anywho, makeup artist said the girl that came out of the room one time like boom, boom, bing, bing, boom, boom, pow. She took her to her house, had her doctor friend come help her and make sure she was still able to see straight because her eyes was going cross-eyed. I think the dots is almost connecting. You know, they kind of like Luther Vandross when he had got big, small, big, when that curl didn't quite like curl around, so the dots ain't quite curling quite yet, but I think they gonna get there. So I think the prosecution gonna get there. I think the defense has won a couple rounds over these last few days with the Cassie not necessarily debunking her testimony, but definitely challenging her testimony as it relates to how deep, enthralled, intrinsic this relationship was between her and Diddy, using Kid Cudi to kind of push that narrative back a little bit. Like, wait, hold on. If he was so overbearing, how's he, you in a whole nother relationship? He didn't even know you was in a relationship. He didn't know you was in this relationship. Y'all both kind of worlds colliding. So if he was really on you like that, how could you have been in a whole new relationship? But neither here nor there, why you bloating up his car for her being in that relationship. So anyhow, a whole bunch of craziness. But yeah, them the characters over the last few days was Capricorn, Cudi, and the cute little Asian lady, the makeup artist. Yeah, them been the last three of the last few days. Cause ooh, baby. So yeah, that's that. That's that on that. But this Licka. So, oh wait. So I was looking at like DUIs, like how much are people consuming and how does it correlate to DUIs? And I would think that over the course of these summer holidays, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, that there will be a significant increase, right? Well, I ain't wrong. So, Memorial Day last year in California, they say DUI arrests significantly increased during major U.S. holidays, including, of course, the three in which I've discussed. So last year, Memorial Day weekend, made 1,106 DUI related arrests during its maximum enforcement period from May 24th to May 27th. Connecticut in 2025, that's this year over this last weekend, 28 DUI arrests up from 25 last year. Georgia, 335 this weekend in the state of Georgia. Now, we don't have, well, I guess we have stats for 2023. There was 1,200 on 4th of July. Between June 30th and July 4th. There were 1,300 in 2024. So up about 80. And then Labor Day, 1,140 last year. Dang, it say within the first 36 hours of Labor Day weekend, over 607 DUI arrests were made. Statewide, and 848 as the weekend progressed. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay. But just let me tell you about alcohol sales. Okay? Alcohol. And then you're going to be surprised. What is the drink? What drink y'all going to put in there? Out of all the hard spirits, what do you think is the hard liquor of choice? I mean, it is taking a big top spot too. Like, huge. What y'all think it is? consumer participation. Approximately 57% of U.S. consumers plan to celebrate Memorial Day. 95% plan to purchase some liquor. Among those celebrating, 44% plan to purchase. Preferred beverages was beer, was a top choice. 76% people want beer. Yeah. 42% wine. 36% spirits. Or canned cocktails and hard seltzers. 35%. Baby, no, you would think some scotch, Vic. Tequila. They said 50% of all the drinks this weekend was friggin' margaritas. Give me one margarita, I'm gonna get some head. Give me two margaritas in his head. Give me three margaritas. Yeah, so, yeah, tequila. People were taking shots. Shot. Everybody. Yeah, so, No. Oh. This is passion fruit guava. This is this week's gummy. Okay. That's what it is, guys. So, that's what I just took half of. Even though I had a half before it was strawberry. So, yeah, tequila. Tequila. Okay. So, let me tell y'all. I used to drink so much tequila. Like, take it to the head. Like, crack a half pint open and then just drink tequila. And I don't do that no more. Because that's bad. And you're supposed to do that. I remember this one time. Okay. So this one time, me and my late cousin Kimmy, excuse me, my sister Titi, I got up to 13 shots of Patron. I should not have gotten up to any amount of shots of Patron. So, I don't know how we started. We pre-gamed in some kind of way or fashion or another. Some kind of way. Some happened. I don't know. I had some before we went to this place for my cousin's birthday. The place was called Level 1 on Wilshire. In like Beverly Hills adjacent or whatever. Wilshire and like San Vicente. And we got there because we had already had some Patron. We had more Patron. More Patron. And I had more Patron. And I kept drinking more Patron. Okay. And so, okay. So this dude I used to mess with. Okay, so we about to get some juicy story here. Okay, so there was this dude I used to date. And he and I broke up. I'm going to tell you why we broke up. He told me I was too spoiled. That sounds stupid. And anyhow, I said, okay, so I left his house. I never talked to him again. Come to find out, he was dating my cousin. Okay, so they've been sneaking around for years. And me and my sister and my cousin, Kimmy, my late cousin, Kim, knew about the relationship knew that she was with my ex-boyfriend for a said amount of years, never told me, Not that that was her place, because it was supposed to be kept under wraps and whatever. And she was like, when are you going to tell her, blah, 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 whatever. Never told me. Okay. So, we're at her sister's birthday party. While we're at the birthday party, of course, he's there because he's dating her sister. He taps me on my shoulder. Now, when he and I used to date, he had an afro. Now, let me remind y'all, Patron. Lots and lots of Patron, right? Okay, that's another actor in this scene, okay? The Patron. He taps me and was like, "Oh, hi, you're beautiful. Can I get your number or something?" And to know me and to know me drunk is to know I'm a hot mess. I said, "I know you." He was like, "You don't know me." I said, "Yeah, I do." And when he smiled, I said, "Oh, yeah, I remember some things, right?" Ultimately, I remember being in position and saying, like, knowing this face, this smile, and he had dimples and a distinctive mole on his face. And I said, "Oh no, I know this face." And so he was like, "No, you don't know me." I said, "Your name is such and such, right?" He was like, "No." He got kind of skittish. I was like, it was a weird energy, right? So I say, energy don't lie. So, mind you, my cousin had went on a double date with us before. So not only did she know that, of course she knew that I was with this dude. When he and I was dating, he tried to hook her up with his cousin. So the four of us have went out before. So anyhow, I see her randomly walk past. I'm like, "Hey, Chris, isn't this such and such? Like, this is such, remember old boy I used to date, da, da, da." Mind you, this is her dude now. So she knows exactly who he is. And I was like, "Ain't this such and such?" And, excuse me, y'all, because I told y'all I'm still sick. So, she's like, "Yes, that's such and such." And I'm like, because he over here trying to talk, because I'm saying this at the same time. Like, he over here trying to holler at me, and I know that I didn't with him before, right? Again, Patron. So she's infuriated, and me not understanding what she infuriated about, but she's infuriated because her man just got caught up trying to holler at me, even though that was my ex-boyfriend. And I'm like, I know this is him. Just because he done shaved his head off, he bald, he got all his hair, and this is him. So that's that. I go get TT, and I say, "TT, ain't that him?" She said, "That's him." So he don't stop there. He keep trying. He buy more Patron. I say, "I'll take your Patron." His cousin, see, he bought it via his cousin. His cousin said, "Hey, my cousin said he like you, he want your number. I'm at the bar." And he bought the drink. He's like, "He want your number." I said, "Such and such?" He said, "Oh, no, that's not his name. His name is something else." Came with the same bullshit. That wasn't that boy name. Long or short, it was him. They've been in the secret romance. He did her wrong. He wasn't crap. And that's that. But that Patron, okay, so my cousin that same night, off that Patron, when you're in these old Hollywood clubs, they be having these curtains, like these thick cinema curtains, like just drapery and tapestry. I never understood it, but it's there. And I guess her defense, maybe she thought it was a wall behind it. I don't know, but she leaned on the curtain. She leaned on the curtain, maybe assuming it was a wall. She was twisted all up in a tapestry. That was that Patron. I get home, we get back to my sister's house, because I'm guessing I had a car that I don't know how, but we counted me, her, and Kimmy. We get back there. Her whole planter, where she got all these flowers and stuff, I made sure to lay the soil with nothing but vomit, and I know that is so gross. Oh my gosh. It was like a fire hose all over. That ain't how you handle your liquor. Let me tell you how you handle liquor. We're going to close on this. You have to know what you drink. What do you drink? Not what they drink. Not what they have. Not you going to partake in a little bit and I want to sip of this and sip of that and sip of that. Don't do that. This ain't your house. Don't do that. You got to get home. Don't do that. Know your number. What's your drink number? Are you a 1-drink person and that's enough? Are you a 2-drink person and that's enough? And it ain't no shame in whatever your number is. Are you a 3-drink person? Me personally, I'm between 2 or 3, depending on what I ate. Depending on if I ate. I am a... Don't be mixing all that stuff. Because we can't be doing all that. Everybody can't be mixing all that stuff. That's what people be going wrong. Ultimately, stop being cheap. A lot of times, y'all be cheap. That causes problems with your gut. When you cheap, your gut pay the price. That ain't how you handle your liquor. You handle your liquor by knowing your liquor and having the number of liquors you supposed to have. If you a 2-drink liquor, then just have your 2 drinks. Now, space them out, drink some water, and let that be. And one thing you can always do is get you a martini glass and put like a lemon wedge in it, an olive in it, and fill it with water. Because sometimes, and a lot of times, people just want to be portrayed as someone who's drinking. Weird, random, I know. I used to say mocktails. Mocktails are expensive. I've seen mocktails cost as much, if not more, than drinks with alcohol. I don't understand it. That's pretty weird. Nevertheless, know your number. When I'm at home, my number be higher. That's another something. People got to understand that when they out, your number ain't going to be the same as when you at your own house, baby. You can't do that there. You still got to make it home. A lot for a little bit of time for that, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know, you get up, your momentum, you swing, you know? Your legs, if they, you know, they got to get kind of strong. Your equilibrium might be a little off. Your wherewithal. Give yourself a little bit of grace and time and energy and effort and something. Okay? Know your number. Know your number. Now, let me tell y'all this story. This is so funny. And I miss my Momo. So this show is dedicated to Kim and Momo. Because they are so funny. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Momo. Because you will never catch her with her pants down, okay? Monique Scott. Because she's a lady, okay? This thing had on a skirt. With some old man boxers hanging from underneath him. Mini skirt. Whole little dressed up shirt, skirt. But you can see the boxers underneath. He said, Mo, why you got... She said, he's like, clothes, yo, what you got? Why you got... She said, because I'm a lady. Oh, more better. More better. So, this girl, she was parking and half her car was dangling off the side of a cliff. She comes in the house. This is the same day as this dress. And it's like, hey, Mo, what's going on? Why you dressed? Why you got this dress like that? She said, because I'm a lady. She's like, hey, I'm going to need one of y'all men to come in here and to go outside and go, um, fix my car for me. Now, if y'all know Los Angeles, California, you know the Dons. You know Stocker. Well, Don Tomaso, all the apartments, condos, all that stuff right there. She parked on the curve, and her car was literally, she had a Mercedes, and it was teetering like this off the side of Don Tomaso, about to fall down the hill and go all the way down into Stocker. She came in off that bumpy face. That Seagram's gin, okay? That bumpy face. And said, hey, I'm gonna need, she tossed her keys like, hey, I'm gonna need one of y'all to go on outside and help me with parking my car, because I couldn't do it. We all went outside and was like, hell no. Okay? Mo better had the car hanging off the cliff. Ah, rest in peace to both her and Kim. Two of my favorite people who I've ever crossed paths with, ever, that God blessed me with, even if for a short time. It was the best times of my life. I miss my big sister. I miss my cousin. Oh, I never thought that I'd be doing as much life without y'all. I mean, just thinking about all the things, all the barbecues, all the Vegas runs, all of the everything that I ever did that was lit, that was fun, that was just life. I had those two by my side. It's amazing to me that I have to live life and they're just not here. I never thought in a million years that would be the case, but it is. And I tell you, the more that I lose my date ones and my ones, and y'all know who know my story knows that shit ain't nobody left. That's why I'm alone so much. Like, I just don't have people, you know? And so I started this outlet to kind of like, I know nobody is on the receiving end. Well, I guess you guys are. Y'all in the chat, my JJ, Vic, and everybody. But life is hella lonely. Like, hella freaking lonely. I do so much of it by myself. Just because I don't have people. I don't have people to travel with. I don't have people to go out with. I don't have people to do anything with. So most everything I do by myself, you know. I say I just think it's just something about me, you know. I guess the same could be said, because it's not like people don't do stuff. They just don't do stuff with me, you know, for whatever that is, whatever that may be. It just is what it is. And I miss having my trues here with me, who one would be on this podcast every week with me, at least sitting over there making me laugh, over here drinking with me, chiming in. Yeah, life is hella different, way different than you ever thought. I wish people would drink responsibly. That's what I want. Because a big part of my loss is loss of people due to alcoholism, so we can laugh and joke, and I do laugh and joke, but it is a big part of my life. People who have passed due to complications and bouts with the way in which alcohol have broken bodies down. Um, I lost my nephew a few years ago, my favorite nephew, Giovanni Shelton, to a drunk driver. So I do not take that lightly because that was equivalent to me losing my own child. My nephew and I was that close. He was Sterling before I had Sterling. So imagine that. Like before I had Sterling, Gio was that baby for me. Um, I also lost my little cousin Bernard Edwards III, Trey, my cousin's son, to an idiot drunk driver who crashed into his car and killed him. Um, so alcohol, although it is funny, when people are responsible, they falling, they hurting themselves, they flipping over, they falling in pools, they bumping themselves, they doing all the things. Those are the follies that we love to see. That's what makes the holidays fun. Your drunk Uncle Junebug and whomever else doing the dance, your auntie dropping it low. Um, people's hips slipping, and maybe having to go to the doctor or the emergency room. That backbone slip. All shaking to the east, all shaking to the west. Some of the things might happen. I don't know. But those are the things that make healthy and happy indulging in handling your liquor. Maybe not handling it so well, but responsibly. So funny. Know your number. That's just probably for your own fun. Because otherwise, you might be the butt of the joke. You might be the reason why everybody else is having fun because it's at your expense. Neither here nor there. I love y'all. I do have a quote for y'all. I actually got something. I think, for you. I think I do. Do y'all hear these dogs back here? Oh my gosh. So this is for my own purpose, right? Here I go. My sickness on this sinus infection allergy thing I got going on is killer. It's killer. It's killing me. Ooh. Next week we're gonna be talk about shows, like TV shows. We're gonna do a top 5 TV show of what is popping right now. I can tell y'all Mobland gonna be one of them. But my own purpose for this week. All we can do is live every day like it's our last. Because one day we'll be right. That's a quote from Yellowstone, the critically acclaimed television show. On purpose, my high of the week was watching my niece not just graduate, but absorb her moment. I loved that. I loved that for her. I loved watching it. I videoed her from the time she got up out of her seat, because I had like the best seat. From her getting up out of her seat, they march along the side of the stage, and I guess they go have like a power shot. Like they got the full studio camera thing going on. So I guess they take their picture. So they line up to take their picture side stage, and then they walk up on the stage, hear their name called, go get their graduate certificate or whatever they give them. I don't know, because I'm sure it's not the diploma. And go sit down. So that was the high of my week, um, we are at the end. The only thing I got left is Kennedy, my fats, and we are done. I never thought that I see myself here where I have all the kids out of high school. Like I never saw that. Oh my gosh, I feel old because of it. Um, so yeah, that's that. Um, her, just seeing her. That was just that is definitely my high. My low. So while in Vegas, got news that an old friend, family friend, passed away, and it just life is just so fragile. I think that's the takeaway. The moral of the story: life is oh so fragile. It's like a vapor. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow. And with that, I am so grateful and so thankful for you guys tuning in week after week, chiming in with comments and in the chat, piping in. I'm so grateful, thankful, appreciative. I know that with time being so limited, the fact that you're willing to give me 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, or however much of your time, weekly, bi-weekly, every couple weeks, whenever you do tune in, that I don't take that as anything light. So thank you so very much for you guys tuning in. It's me, your host, because I didn't open my show like that, Crazy Melanin Princess, aka Big Mama. I really didn't have the energy. Because, yeah. Keep falling apart here. Keep falling apart. I'm about to drink some more. Do some more things. Be grown. I will say this. I might do an after show. I've been saying I was going to do after shows. I need y'all to come on. Victoria, Jayla, if I go on Instagram Live, can y'all come on too? Come on. And then push it so we can be sitting there talking to each other or something. So we can be on the Instagram's lives and laughing at me with this craziness I got going on up in here. But yeah, so I love y'all. Thank y'all so very much for participating and making this a palatable something to do, because it's very hard to do every week. And I appreciate you. I love you. You ain't got to go home. But as you know, you got